Welcome to Plant the Seed, Water the Seed. This is our first channel. It's going to be like a father and a son channel. We got the title Plant the Seed, Water the Seed because when you plant a seed and then you water it, things grow. So we're just looking to help people grow. Any other, father and sons, or just, any other parents and their children. Today is August 9th, 2020. Today is going to be about being proactive. Okay, being proactive is basically you are preparing for something to happen before it actually happens. Instead of you reacting to something happening, you want to prevent something from happening before it happens. So, a couple of the benefits of being proactive, is just it makes you a better person. Okay, every day we strive to be better people. Every morning, every night, what do?
We pray.
We pray. Okay, does that help?
Yes.
What does it help us do?
Do better in life.
Yep, helps us do better in life. It helps us build a better relationship with God. Um, Also, being proactive, it just stops bad things from happening. It could be you running late for your job and you wake up in the morning a little bit too late and now you're stressed. Um, so, we're going to talk about things you can do, to prevent that from happening, such as the night before. Instead of you just going to sleep at night, and that's it, you can go to sleep and actually think about what's going to happen the next day. And that's going to make your day go a lot better. Whether it's setting your alarm clock, getting out your clothes, um, whether it's making sure you have gas in your car, all those little things help make your day go a lot easier. The mind is consumed with so many thoughts every day that sometimes we overlook things, or sometimes we don't remember everything as we should. One of my good friends, Tinfoil Hats, he has a clothing brand, and one of his shirts actually is reprogrammed. As children, we are programmed a certain way. From the time we're born, we are programmed to be a certain way. When you're a child, you don't have control over what you eat. You don't have control over who your parents are, where you live at, the the friends, that you have into your life, your neighbors. A lot of things just happen to you. So you don't really get a chance to actually plan and like change, how you do things. So a lot of that, it curves the way that we go about our life on an everyday basis. And we have no idea about some of these things because life is just happening so fast every day, every day, every day, that reprogramming your mind actually helps you to stop and think about, what things you can do better. It actually helps you change some of those things that you were programmed to think as a child. So, we're going to start off with just a normal day, you know, waking up in the morning. You start the night before, you start planning, you start planning what are you going to need to do. So it could be you putting up post-it notes in your bathroom, which are going to help you to change the way you go about your day. If you want to have a good day, you want to be happy, write things down, put them on your mirror. Just constant reminders are tapping into your unconscious mind. And literally, it will curve and shift and adjust your day how you want it to go. Second thing is create a support group, whether it's family, whether it's a local church, whether it's friends. Get people around you that can help you, just be a better you. Um, and don't be ashamed to, ask for help. There are things that I go through, as an adult that I ask the people around me, how am I dealing with it? I want to know, okay? That's being proactive. Before something happens, I want to know, how am I acting? Okay, that way I can change it in the future. So literally, whenever I'm dealing with anger, stress, happiness, anxiousness, depression, none of us are perfect. We all go through these emotions. But whenever I'm going through it, I'm always, asking people around me, how am I acting? What was my mood? What was my energy? So I'm conscious of it. There are things you can do. There are things that your group, your family, whoever you're around, they can help you shift that for the better. Um, Joining a local church group, finding people on social media, all that helps. If you're having problems with anger or depression, googling, or YouTubing classes that you can take. It's better for you to do that before you actually react to a situation. So it's better for you to go out and to try to find some help before you react to a situation. And like I said, how would you know that you have this problem or that you're trying to be better at this problem? How would you even start this process? By asking people around you, how are you acting in situations? Some people are going to be honest with you. Some people, aren't paying that much attention to you, but it's better for you to ask. Just so you can stay conscious of it. And yourself, take the time to pinch yourself and, actually, try to um, you know, take some time to yourself and think about how you responded to a situation. All of that can eliminate so many things, so many bad things from happening. Every day, I'm always constantly, trying to ask myself, how can I be better? How can I be better? Or what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Um, because I'm just trying to stay conscious of my feelings, of my emotions. Okay. Um, we all have issues, so don't feel any kind of way. Like I said, everybody is going through something. Nobody's perfect. Okay. Another thing that you can do is hold yourself accountable. That's huge. Being proactive. I believe if you hold yourself accountable to something before it happens, then you can for one, you can be more conscious because you have the responsibilities that you have to do. So like being a leader, right? So if you're a leader in a situation, if you're telling yourself or if you're trying to model yourself as a leader in a situation, then you're automatically going to monitor the way that you do things. Um, my son going to school every day. I tell him to dress as a leader, to speak up as a leader, to walk as a leader, his body language, his posture. Okay. All of that is going to get him to be more conscious as a young man in this world, to be, you know, more conscious of his actions, his emotions. Um, just being proactive, oh my God, it helps everything so much. Um, meditating. Meditating is huge. Meditating is nothing but you literally thinking about the way that you breathe. Okay. When you meditate, you're actually just focusing on the way that you breathe. And when you focus on the way that you breathe, you don't focus on the stress, the bills, the problems, the things that happen in your life. Literally, it leaves your brain. A lot of times we have headaches, because of we worry over things, you know. So when you're focusing on your breathing, you don't have time to worry about bills and things. So those things completely leave. So you're literally self healing. Meditating is so beneficial. Even if it's just 10 or 20 minutes a day, you can find a YouTube, video, and I'm sure you can just sit down and just watch it, and it'll make you feel so much better about yourself. Even doing it more than one time a day, as many times as possible as you need to. Um, Next thing I want to talk about is in life, um, there are things that we try to monitor too much and we shouldn't. Um, Nobody's perfect. You're never going to be perfect. We're never going to be Jesus. We're never going to be God. We're never going to be perfect beings in any kind of way. So learning to let things go. Okay, making peace with a situation. Don't beat yourself up about it. That's so important. Um, Another thing is giving back. Giving back to the community that goes along with being a leader. I remember when I first started like working a job fresh out of high school, and I found out a way to get a better job and make more money and take care of my family in better ways. So I shared that, with my peers and people around me. I didn't have money to give them. Sometimes you don't have money to give people. Um, Sometimes you don't have a certain object to give people, but just giving them your ear, they may need you to listen, is so valuable. That's actually more valuable than money because they can go out and have a better day, or you're actually giving them an experience that you went through that can help them out so much more than actual money. Um, as children, like I said, we don't get to pick and choose what kind of lifestyle that we live as a child because we're born into a world that our parents have given us. So, um, growing up, I had people that I could talk to that could answer a lot of questions, for me, how to deal with certain things that I was going through as a young man. And oh my God, I appreciate those people. And along the way, we all make mistakes, but making peace with those mistakes is what's important. Um, you know, first and foremost, um, never beat yourself up about anything that you do or that you've done. We're all not perfect. Okay, just take these steps. Write some of these things down and try to use them on a regular basis, and they can really help you out. Um, it'll stop a lot of bad situations from happening. Me myself personally, I've been through a lot. I've had ups and downs like everybody else. It's like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. And there's times where things were down for me and I've had everything taken away from me. And it's humbled me to appreciate God. Okay. It's humbled me to appreciate myself, um, my health, my family, um, things that I'm thinking about, what I'm putting into my brain, what I'm putting into my mind, the content all of the content that I'm viewing. You have no idea how you can instantly click on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube and you can instantly start thinking about something else. The brain can only process so much information. So if you're, you know, on YouTube and on Instagram, you're not able to actually think to the level that you want to think about what you're currently doing, or that what you need to do, or something that you could be doing better. So deleting those apps temporary, getting things straight in your life, getting things organized with your family, it definitely helps. There are so many triggers that can cause different emotions. Okay, reaching out for help, counseling is very important. um, don't feel any kind of way about counseling. It's something that I want to do. um, just talking to people. I actually want to be a better listening ear. I would like to go and speak to people who are locked up in jail or in prison. If the coronavirus wasn't going on, I would be doing that now. um, I also want to, just go around to like schools and like talk to the youth, kids who are in high school or kids who are in college, and just talk to them about, anything that I've went through in life that I can help them with. I've been to college, I've worked jobs, I've started my own business with no money. Okay. The world makes you feel like, you need money and you get so wrapped up into, you can't do this or you can't do that because you don't have money, that's not true. Okay, because number one, money isn't important. You being happy, your health, you being sane, your relationships with people, that's what's important. Okay. I also want to touch on um, not putting so much, um, not putting so much into people and put more into yourself. I've I've been burnt out before, giving myself to so many people in ways that I've reacted ways that weren't normal. Like my normal, emotion that I carry in a day, it wasn't that. Um, and it came from me thinking people was going to do something, or thinking they were going to be there for me, or telling you right now, nobody has your back like God. Nobody has your back like God and yourself. Okay. So focus on yourself before you can be with other people, before you can, build relationships with other people. You got to make sure that you're okay. Okay. There are so many resources out here to make sure that you're okay, but you have to take the first step. And the first step, number one, is using your resources. Number two, getting people around you, that are going to, help you do this. And even if they don't, you always have God. God is who you can lean on. God will literally talk to you through the Spirit. Times where I had everything taken away from me was when I was the closest to God, because He's the only person that can make you feel somewhat like they got your back. Um, Using the resources, like I said again, everything that we talked about is very important for being proactive. Proactive is the way to be active. Okay. And last thing I want to end on is the boomerang effect. Whatever you put out, whatever you throw out will come back. Okay. So I'm focusing on throwing out good energy. Like I said, I want to, start helping out the youth. I want to start talking to people in jail and in prisons, and, talking to people on the street, people who are homeless, anybody who's in need or who wants to be better, anybody who, wants to reach out. I want to be that. We hope you like this video. There will be more to come. This was just our first video. Just want to speak a little bit about ourselves, and we're going to say bye. Peace out.